We are in our client's condo. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath plus den unit that they purchased a couple of years ago. When we first got the call from the client, they actually hadn't even seen the unit before. They purchased this unit off assignment. It was literally just blank. There were no mirrors on the walls. There was some really terrible gray flooring. It was very builder basic. From the get-go, the intention was to take the space and finish it to our client's taste, their personality, but also make it really family-friendly. The big thing here is that our clients are like total urbanites. Is that even a word? That's a word, I think. They will never leave the city. They live here with 2 girls, one's 5, the other one's a toddler, and they love condo living, they love city living. The design brief really was pretty simple. They wanted to feel like a little bit of a hotel suite. They are huge travelers and they really wanted to carry that vibe and aesthetic into their home. We really wanted to make the foyer inviting and comfortable, but also elevate it. It's a boring corridor. So how we amped it up is we did paneling all throughout the hallway, and we did inset wallpaper as well. And the wallpaper is vinyl. So again, these clients have 2 little kids. Kids have slimy, jammy hands. That wallpaper is easier to take care of than just having simply a painted wall. It gives that foyer a little bit more dimension, and it just adds another interesting detail in the space. Coming into the rest of the apartment, you enter into the kitchen. The kitchen originally was okay, with the exception of that backsplash. Like, there was nothing good about the backsplash that was previously installed. So we had agreed from the get-go to completely rip that out, at the same time install new countertops. We ended up keeping the kitchen boxes. They were in okay shape, but we changed out the cabinet fronts and the hardware. And now it looks amazing and it looks custom. We kept the colors very neutral. We did end up taking down 2 upper cabinets that were next to the hood vent and ended up installing 2 walnut open shelf cabinets adjacent to that. That walnut does carry on through the rest of the apartment into the dining room and then also into the living room. This is an open concept space, so what we wanted to do with that is create harmony and continuity by repeating the walnut material and color throughout. The views in this apartment are killer. It's quite rare actually in a condo to have such big windows in a kitchen. It's great in the sense that it lets so much natural light into the space, and on a great non-cloudy, non-rainy day, you feel like you're in the CN Tower. You have views of the Rogers Centre, the financial district. You know, who likes to wash dishes? Not me. But if you're looking over like an awesome skyline, it definitely helps.
I wanted to ask about the light fixture.
I know, it's so nice. It's from France. It's Francais. Lighting is the equivalent of wearing fabulous shoes on, like, you know, jeans and a t-shirt. It completely finishes a space and elevates it. We sourced it on First Dibs. It was a pain in the A to install. Our contractor was not a fan, but it looks amazing. It's totally different and it functions really well in the space. Coming off the kitchen, we are in the dining space. We designed a custom bench as well as a custom pantry/coffee bar, providing our clients with a lot more storage and usable space. They're able to, you know, brew their coffee there in the morning, use their Nespresso. The table, while not expandable, it's a nice size. You're able to fit 6 people there very comfortably. There's a gallery wall that we installed, and it's just a snippet of the places that they visited, adding a little bit more interest into that space and personalizing it for them, and it brings back some nice memories for them. From the dining space, we move into the living room. It's actually a decent size, but it's extremely narrow. We spent a lot of time measuring, remeasuring, and measuring again to make sure that the furniture selected in here made sense and the scale worked, obviously, and that you still had space to move around. The sofa is très grande. It's huge. It's shocking that 2 kids are here, no?
Shocking.
Like, shocking. With a cream sofa, shocking. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking, no, I'm just kidding. It's beige with 2 little kids. However, that's a performance fabric. You could draw with crayon on that sofa. I know I wouldn't do it. That's scary. But it's easy to remove that. The chair as well is custom. It's a vegan leather. So you get anything on that, like you literally wipe it with soap and water and you're good to go. We did a built-in to, again, give the clients a lot more storage that they desperately needed, but we were also wanting to incorporate a little bit of display space, so we designed some open shelving as well. The finishes that we used for the living room built-in are walnut and then a linen finish as well, which is the backer board for the television. There is a lot of wood in this space, so we wanted to introduce another material that's a little bit more tactile, and it's also interesting to look at. Our client's primary bedroom, the initial brief was that they wanted a space that really induced sleep, which I totally get with 2 little kids. We always wanted to do a canopy bed. It's got an interesting shape. It's not your traditional like 4-poster or rectangular bed. So we really liked that. It has rounded edges and a more rounded profile, which works well in a square box condo. We finished off the space by adding another texture in that grass cloth wallpaper. It has a really subtle sheen or finish to it, and it's just so pretty. And it's so calming that I just automatically like want to lie down on my bed. Like it's not appropriate probably, but it's a very calming and serene room. They wanted to feel like they're coming into a beautiful retreat at the end of the day, and I think we nailed that. Being cognizant of budget, in the ensuite, we really worked with a lot of the existing finishes. We did, obviously tweak it and make it a little bit better and nicer. We did a vinyl wallpaper on the walls, did surface mounted medicine cabinets, as well as upgraded the lighting and gave our clients a new countertop and sink. But we kept all the existing tile and kept the existing vanities as well. So that's a great way to, not spend a whole heck of a lot of money, particularly bathrooms. They tend to be very expensive, and gave them a very quick makeover. The second bathroom, same thing. We did wallpaper, surface mounted mirror, and upgraded the lighting and the countertops. Kept the vanity because it was in decent shape. It was white, it was neutral, and then installed a shower glass panel. Now, the installation went awry. It was not good. However, something good came out of that, because when the terrible panel was removed, the tile got ruined, the ceiling got ruined, which meant that everything in that bathroom had to get retiled. I know. I mean, under every dark cloud is a silver lining. Is that what they say? Anyway, so it kind of was a blessing in disguise in a way, because we were able to retile that shower enclosure. We chose just like a plain white neutral tile, and now that bathroom looks amazing. Moving into the nursery, we really wanted to create a cute, serene space for our client's daughter, but also with the idea that it's a space that she can grow into as she gets older. Once the crib comes out, you can put a nice twin or double bed in there, and it will still work for her for years to come. We jazzed up the space with dusty mauvey pink drapery, installed this amazing closet. That's the one special place that we completely made over and made a lot more functional. Previously, there were 2 sliding basic glass doors, and inside was that lovely wire, rack. That's awful. So we promptly ripped those out and ended up doing a custom closet for this little girl. It's this beautiful oak finish that we chose, and we also included an inset bench where she can cozy up there with her parents at the end of an evening and read a book. And then obviously as she's older, it's just a little nook for her to be able to hang out in. So the last bedroom is the other daughter's bedroom. Same thing in there, although that bedroom has a walk-in closet, which what 5-year-old has a little walk-in closet? Pretty fabulous. So we did storage interiors in there for her as well. In the room, to make it feel a little bit more special, we did wainscoting on the lower half of the walls, and then this really beautiful wallpaper above that. We changed out the lighting, obviously, all new furniture, and then to repeat the color scheme from the previous bedroom, we did the same velvet dusty mauve drapery in there as well. Walking down that foyer, and I say walking down, literally taking 2 steps, because it's not that big, there's a den in there. We ended up paneling those doors as well so that it is like a little secret hideaway for these girls. The den is a decent size. It's not necessarily a space where two individuals can work together. So our clients wanted to give their little girls a special little place to hang out and to play. There's a craft table. There's also a seating bench so that the parents can hang out with the kids. Down the line, if the clients end up selling the unit or if they want to change up the decor a little bit, they've got a neutral backdrop, which is that wallpaper. But all the artwork and accessories are really cute and fun and something that the girls love. Renovating is never easy. Renovating condos is super duper never easy. But now that it's all over, we are thrilled with the outcome. There are so many personal elements in here that really speak to our clients' personalities, and our clients love coming home every day to their new home.